I mean, the biggest story, I think the best story that people want to hear is how I got into RSD. That was the interesting story where I was like, okay, well, there is Alex at the time, how many people wanted to be an RSD instructor? It was like the biggest thing in the world. It
Yeah.
was like
Yeah,
massive.
2013, 2014. Yeah, for sure.
Holy shit. It was like the biggest thing. And so I was like, how do I plan this? So what I did was I grabbed a credit card and I booked the Miami Summit and I booked a Miami boot camp with Tyler and Jeffy. And I thought I'll ask them a question if I can intern for them. And so I was like, all right. So I racked it all up. It was like 12 grand or some shit. It was massive. I was like, oh man, this sucks. Anyways, so I fly over to Miami and I'm feeling nervous. I don't know what to say. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, so the first day, I'll tell you this. The first day I get there and it's like it's Todd speaking. And he starts playing. He's like, all right, guys, here's some infield that I've never done. And I was so obsessed at the time that I was lip syncing Todd's infield. And
Just
he
seeing
was
it so many
watching me in the
times.
front row, just like freaking out, just being like, because I remembered every line of his infield. And he was just like, what the, like, he was a bit freaked out by that. Then, then Tyler came on. I was just in awe. And that first night on boot camp, I was like, all right, I got to make a good first impression. So we're in Miami. We're at like the Clevelander of all places, a dingy place. I'm like, all right, I got a good first impression. It's about 10 o'clock. Girls are ready to go home. And I'm like, perfect. Bring one back. Don't do anything to her because I'm on a time schedule. So I'm gonna pretend like I did. Went back to the Clevelander. We went to another place, and I pulled a girl from there in front of them. Like I walked them out. I was like, this is amazing. And then I went back. We did Clevelander again, or across the road there was another like a bongo place. Did the third one. I
Green
was like, oh,
Mango, I think it's called. Yeah.
mate, yeah, that's the one with all the bongos. I was like, this is great. This is fantastic. The second day, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna ask Owen for to be his assistant. And we did some day game and I did ask him and he's like, yeah, yeah, I'll think about it. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So that night comes around, we go to live and I was like, oh, this is not enough. Like I was starting to get really nervous. I was starting like, oh, it's not gonna happen. Fuck, fuck, fuck. I spent all this money. And so I see this girl and Tyler's talking to this like Indian supermodel. Like she's gorgeous. We later found out she was Miss India. Like she was
Wow.
gorgeous. And I was like, all right, this is my chance. Who's she with? Her auntie that was about 50 and about 300 pound. And I was like, this is it. This is my opportunity to do it. So I was like, all right, wingman ship, live. We're in the second night. I'm in Miami. I love it. So then I've proceeded to wingman Owen until he goes back to his hotel on like the SLS or like that Outlook. And I'm like, all right, so they segregate and I'm with the auntie, and then she starts making some moves. I'm like, oh God, this is bad. This is terrible. So like
This
I
is awesome.
navigated away. She starts kissing the neck. I'm like, no, no. Anyways, it happened. And then we that they came back. Thank Christ I Gorlock, the fucking destroyer, Indian auntie got away from her, and then we went to the hot tub, the spa, and chatted for like 7 hours till about 11 o'clock in the morning about life, and he'd broken
You
up with
and
this girl.
Owen and the
Yeah,
two ladies, or just you and
no,
Owen,
that
the four of
just
you.
me and Owen. Yeah, and
Oh yeah,
from
that's
that
good.
conversation, yeah, he was like, you're amazing. Left, didn't say anything. I was like, oh, this whole trip was a waste. And then on a random Tuesday, he's like, all right, so you're in, you're leaving on Thursday. I was like,
Oh
huh?
wow.
So I had to like quit my job in a day and then fly over there. And that's the story of how I got into RSD the first time. But it was wild. It was some wild stuff, and then sleeping on the floor for the next month and a half.
Yeah, taming the beast. That is a good story. I never heard that story. Good stuff. Owen would
Yeah.
certainly respect that. Did Owen actually hook up with the supermodel or did he mess it up?
No, no, no. He hooked up with her. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, good for
That's
him.
how I got the
Good for
gist
him.
of it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Alrighty.